Hi, Kristen. Let's see how this works. So when I'm knitting, I try to keep my work as close to the needle's tips as possible without them sliding off and without them going down the tapered part. And I like the tension to be where I have the yarn going to my left. I wrap it around my pinky like that. And then I twist my hand and put it over top of my forefinger. And then I knit like that. So I don't know, I guess I've tried to keep my tension kind of loose. So I end up going up down several needle sizes on every pattern that I make, because I always get the wrong gauge. So even if I'm doing a gauge swatch, I end up starting 2 or 3 needle sizes down from what the author has done, because I don't want my hand to cramp and feel uncomfortable. So having the tension, this is what my yarn looks like when I'm using it. I try to keep the ball of yarn with enough yarn slack between me and the ball that it's easy for me, because if it's still wound around the ball, it's putting more tension on the yarn before it even gets to my hand. And so I try to keep it so that I can easily grab more yarn, and if it doesn't feel smooth, then I stop and pull some yarn from out of the ball. And I'm always sliding the stitches closer to the tip of the needle with my left hand. I use my thumbs to keep the stitches from falling off the needle. And see, I'm going to go down and push more closer to the tip again. And then I knit until, like right now I'm feeling some more tension. This is kind of tight, so I'm going to pull some more yarn from the ball of yarn over here, and then wrap my hand around again. And I don't know, that's my knitting. Let's see how far until I have to purl. I'm working back and forth right now. I'm almost to the end, so I'll show you how I purl once I get there. But so I guess for me it works easiest if I have a lot of stitches scrunched up and ready to go on the left needle, and then when it starts to feel too compressed here is when I kind of just slide it down. But I don't want it too stretched like this, because then it makes it harder. The tension is weird here if I have this pulled like way spread apart. So I try to leave a few stitches bunched up on my right needle. So let's see when I get to the end. And it's feeling tighter again, so I sometimes just kind of pull my fingers apart, or I end up completely taking my hand out of the yarn and starting over if it feels uncomfortable or like it's too tight or too loose. And because I've done it so often, I can do it pretty quickly, and it doesn't seem to take a lot of time. All right, and then when I purl, I guess I have it wrapped around my hand the same way, pinky with a long tail going this way. I slide it in and then pull and duck my pointer finger under, and I wrap the yarn around the top like that and pull it out. And my hand does get a little bit cramped purling, and I think I end up pulling my ring finger pretty far out to keep even tension on it. So I prefer to knit, and I've been thinking about looking at a way to look at purling a little bit differently to see if it'd be more comfortable on my hand, but so far I haven't wanted to enough that I do something else. But yeah, that's, I purl, wrap it around. I use my thumb to push this down and catch the yarn and back up, down around. I don't know if this is helpful at all, but that is what I do. I feel tension. I can use my whole hand to pull some yarn from the ball closer to my hand. And then I'm trying to think of little things I do when it feels too tight. Like I kind of wiggle my fingers apart a little bit, and if it starts feeling uncomfortable. A lot of times it's because I need to push more stitches closer to the tip of my needle. All right, let's see, I guess I'll have to put this on YouTube.